Hi there, this is Paige, who is Stamp Girl here on YouTube, and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm sharing with you the projects I made for June for Smash That Small Paper Pad collab. This is hosted by Deb, who is Deb Hoax Crafty Cottage here on YouTube. And down below I'll have a link to all the participants in this collaboration. So each month on the 25th we share with you the projects we've made as we work through a smaller paper pad. And that paper pad can be any size except for 12 by 12. And this month I've been working on this paper pad by Colorbach called Light Bright. My goal was to finish it off, and I wasn't able to do that, but when I started using this there were 69 sheets of paper, and I think I'm down to 17 sheets left, plus I have some card bases made, but the cards themselves are not completed. But let me show you what I did get done this month from this paper pad. So I have 4 of these cards. They're all very similar. These are some little puffy stickers of different animals that I bought at Dollar Tree. And then this was some of the pattern paper, and then I just took a scallop die and a circle punch. This might have been a punch too, and just cut out some little frames to highlight some of the circles. And then on one of them I stamped, "You Are Special." And these cards open up this way, and I have another scrap and a little animal on the inside. And this one is just positioned in a different spot. Then I have these two going horizontal. Same idea, I need to find a little sentiment. I wanted something different than that one, but something small enough, and I haven't located what I want to use yet. But again, a little character on the inside. And I believe this one is the same. Yep. So I've got 4 of those. This is one of my favorite cards. One of the pattern papers was this yellow and white print, but in the lower corner were these birds on a branch. And so I wanted to highlight those birds, so I just used a portion of the paper. This is a pre-cut frame. It came in a package that someone had gifted me. This is the back side. This is the deboss side for this one. It's popped up with foam tape. And then I just used 2 oval dies to create a frame to go around there. Some flowers from my stash, and this is some trim from a Stampin' Up! Paper pumpkin kit, some leftover. And then I just highlighted the corners with some black rhinestones. And then here's the inside. This is the rest of that paper that I used from here. And I even kept the little top part where the package is hung at the store. And then I just covered that perforation line with the black border sticker. So I've got 2 of those. This one went with the bumps coming up. So this is the embossed side, and this is the debossed side. And I just wanted, I like the look of both. The reason I turned this one over is the front side was faded in spots, so I used the back side of that one. Then I have these 3, and these are not quite complete. I need to find a sentiment to put on the inside, but I took one of the pattern papers and used a frame die. I cut frames from this as well, so this was the inside piece, and then I trimmed it just a little bit smaller, and then I have another pattern paper behind that. And then the insides of these are all blank. And then I just went through my flower stash and just layered some flowers together. These are some flower centers from Stampin' Up! Next, I had a package of little note cards from Amuse Studio. They were colored card bases and then just white envelopes. And so I wanted to use up that package. So I just covered them with a pattern paper that matched the color of the note card. A lot of them are, I think most of them are matted with white cardstock. And then this was a chipboard piece I had in my stash. I cut this from vellum, and I believe this was from Swirlybird. And then this was a layered sticker from my stash. And then the inside is just a white layer and a scrap of paper. And then I took the coordinating paper and covered the flaps of the envelopes, and you can see that little hanging spot. And I thought, made kind of a cute little element on the envelope flap. So I've got that one. Here's one in purple. This is a Jolie's layered rose sticker. Again, that vellum Swirlybird frame. Matching envelope, and then I had some miscellaneous leaves in my stash, so I put a couple there. Well, no, I take that back. Those leaves were from this package of stickers. These two are similar. I just went through my stash and found some different flowers to layer together. This one is from a different, now I'm thinking, is this Swirlybird and this is something else? Anyway, they're dies from Stampin' Up! Sets, and my apologies for not knowing exactly what they are, but anyway, those two. And then I have these two. Again, these layered felt pieces were in my stash. The only thing I did differently is I pulled off the button that was on this one and replaced it with this foam glittery flower. But again, the flaps are decorated. And then the last two. Now I know this was from Swirlybird as well. And then the flaps. Okay. Then I made some square cards, and I used the paper from the paper pad that looked like a sunrise or a sunset, and these silhouette dies are from Stampin' Up! So I have those two. Did I do anything to the inside? Yep. This was a scrap of this background paper and then a black border strip. And then this was another one of those dies from the same package as this die. Okay. Then I've got 3 more square cards. And this was one of the patterns of paper in the paper pad. And I was trying to think what to do with that. And then I looked where I keep just some odds and ends of flowers, and these flowers were actually what I cut from my Cricut in a collab a year or 2 ago for a Cricut collab, and I always had these large flowers. Didn't really know what to do with them, but then when I held them up against the papers here, that didn't look too bad, so I made these 3 cards. And then the insides, I think, are just a scrap. So I've got those. I made several of these, and these are 5 by 7. This is a die from Stampin' Up! So I'm trying to think how I did this now, because I made these quite a while ago. So I took the die and cut it from the plaid paper. I backed this pattern piece behind it, and then also die cut the butterflies with black cardstock and set it back in. And then some scraps of this paper I added to the top and bottom. And then these are some black borderline stickers. And then the insides of these are blank. So I've got that color combination and this one and this one, and then I had 3 pieces of butterfly paper, So the inside of this butterfly was, the black is the detail, the inside is a little bit larger die, and these insides are what I cut out of these papers right here. So then I just used those on this, and then I put vellum behind there just to kind of soften the butterfly background, because it was a lot of butterflies, and so I just wanted to soften it up a little bit where these were resting. So there we go with those. Then I pulled out this older set from Stampin' Up! Called Button Buddies. And excuse me, I've been going through my stamps trying to decide which ones I want to keep and which ones I want to let go of, and I had put this in a pile to let go, but every time I walked by and I saw it, I thought, oh, so I pulled it back out again, and I think I did that a couple of times. And then I finally used it to make some cards. So a couple of sheets of the pattern paper from the paper pad were these little buttons, and I thought it would look adorable with this stamp set. So here I used the cherries, and then I found some sparkly buttons in my stash. And then from somewhere I had a stamp that said, "Wishing you a cherry-full day." And that might be from the Stamps of Life, I'm not sure. Because I know she always comes up with those kind of sayings. I don't have a saying for this one. I know somewhere in my stash I've got a snail mail stamp, but I can't find it yet. So here's the little snail. And then on the backs of the cards, I just did a white layer to write an additional message on. I don't think I have a sentiment for this one yet either. But on the center of this one I used an older Stampin' Up! Button. These are covered with corduroy fabric. I always thought those were fun. And then this little pig with the pink nose, Hugs and Kisses. And I believe that is from the Stamps of Life. And then finally I had a package of stickers that were puffy stickers of these cute little bugs. And so I decided, some of the pattern papers were these little speech bubbles, so I decided to pair them with the bugs and just make some 3x3 cards. So I've got, there's 2 of each. I think they got all mixed up, but here's one that says, "Laughing Out Loud." This little guy on the skateboard is saying hello. This one holding a banner of hearts says, "Hello, my friend." This one holding a large heart says, "Hello, my friend." This one doing a little disco dance is saying hello. This one holding the flower is giving hugs. And this one who's hugging is giving hugs. And this one sitting down laughing is Laugh Out Loud. Here's the other one for that. And here is the other skateboard. So I think I have 16 of those. So all total for this month, I shared with you 33 cards. This is what I have left, and what I did is I kind of paired some of the patterns, well not this one, but some of the patterns are single, but some I paired up to work together. Some have a possible frame to use, and I'll come up with ideas with that. These are some card bases I made but didn't have time to complete, so I'll show those finished next month. These are a couple of card bases again that are not complete, so I'll finish those and share them next month. Here's another one that's not complete. 2 more that are not complete. And another one that's not quite complete. So I'll finish those up hopefully finish all of this up and share that last bit with you next month. Anyway, I'd like to thank you for joining me. Down below, if I haven't mentioned it before, will be a link to all the participants in this collaboration. So check and see the creative projects they're making with their smaller paper pads. And now I'm off to create.